Okay, here are the three big stories for today. Today is Sunday, December 3rd. So there's an American warship and multiple commercial ships under attack in the Middle East. And so here's the AP report. Commercial ships came under attack Sunday by drones and missiles in the Red Sea, and a U.S. warship there opened fire in self-defense as part of an hours-long assault claimed by Yemen's Houthi rebels. The attack potentially marked a major escalation in a series of maritime attacks in the Middle East linked to the Israel-Hamas war. Now this isn't about Russia and Ukraine, but if I was Putin, I would be absolutely thrilled by this, because if you can suck the United States into that conflict, their eyes aren't really as on the ball as they would be in Ukraine. Okay, article number 2. So the Ukraine says that there's an apparent shooting of surrendered soldiers and it's a Russian war crime. Well, yeah, here's what happened. Drone footage of the incident that appeared on social media on December 2nd showed apparently unarmed Ukrainian soldiers leaving their shelter, lying on the ground, and then being murdered. I mean, that's what it amounted to. Now, this is nothing new for Russian war crimes. There's even a huge list of Russian war crimes on Wikipedia. And so it's going to have to get in line behind all these. And these are only since February of 2022. Numerous war crimes were recorded, including murder, torture, abductions, deportation, looting, rape, terrorism, attacks against civilians, unlawful airstrikes, attacks against civilian objects, wanton destruction, unlawful confinement, threats of violence, and inhumane treatment of POWs. So it's kind of got to get in line. But when you do this kind of thing, like in American history, we had Tarleton's Quarter. Bannister Tarleton was a British officer who did the same kind of thing. He ignored the white flag and massacred soldiers of Buford's detachment. 113 American soldiers were killed. But what happens after that? Well, the Americans realized, hey, if we get captured, we're killed. So they fight harder. And so that's how that kind of thing works. You don't want to do that. And you don't want to create that kind of environment. Okay, last story. Army is not slavery. Ukrainian soldiers' wives want them home. I mean, you can understand that. And they want others to get mobilized. They want their husbands home. They've put in their time. And so they're saying this. They're having this protest. It's only a few dozen, but still, it's a protest. Now, I talked about this with Russian women the other day. And so I'm being fair and showing you that this is happening in Ukraine too. The difference is that Russia is paying the wives of its soldiers in Ukraine not to stage protests, according to the UK Ministry of Defense. So what they're actually doing is buying them off so that the story goes away so Putin can get reelected, and then we'll see what happens after Putin's reelection. Okay, that's it. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the coffees, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.